dudes, I'm Hilah, and today on Hilah Cooking I've got a dairy-free frozen dessert for you to cool your butts off during these dog days of summer. It's a coconut ice cream. Maybe it's actually coconut sorbet because it doesn't have any cream in it, with mango puree. It's super delicious, it's refreshing, it's light, it's not even super high in sugar. It would be even maybe a really good soothing facial mask if you get sunburned. But then ants would eat it and eat your face. Don't do that. So we're gonna start by making a little simple syrup here with just some water and sugar. Also gonna add a little bit of salt. Bring this up to a simmer. You can see most of the sugar is starting to dissolve already. And I'm using a raw sugar, that's why this is a little bit beige or yellow instead of clear, but any kind of sugar will work for you, as long as it's sweet sugar. Okay, so all my sugar's dissolved. I'm just gonna let it come up to a little bit of a simmer, just for about 30 seconds to make sure, and then we can turn the heat off. And I'm gonna add in some shredded sweetened coconut. And I just wanna let this sit here for maybe a minute or so, and let that coconut get a little bit reconstituted. And meanwhile, we'll shake up our coconut milk. I'm using a full-fat coconut milk, so it's extra creamy and delicious, but you could probably do this just as well with low-fat. All right, so once your coconut is looking kind of translucent, it means it's soaked up some good sugary water, and we just want to stir in the coconut milk. So I've got this all mixed up. I'm gonna do a quick cool by putting it in an ice bath. This is just some ice and some water. There we go. Okay, so we're just gonna let this sit here. You can stir it occasionally if you want to. I'm just gonna help it cool off faster, because I know you're in a hurry to eat dessert. Then we're gonna make a little mango puree. So I've got about 1.5 cups of mango chunks here. That's about 2 of these Ataulfo mangoes, or one of the big, I forget what type they're called, the bigger ones. I like these better. They're sweeter and less fibrous. That's just me. Anyway, if you need to know how to cut up a mango, I did a video on that a couple years ago, how to dice a mango. So you can look at that to get some tips. So I've got my blender. I'm gonna add some water. And when you're blending stuff, it's important to always add your liquid ingredients first. I'm also gonna add some lime juice. The lime is peeing in the blender. And then the mango chunks. And we just blend this up until it's smooth. That looks smooth to me. So I've transferred our coconut base into a larger bowl and put it in the fridge for like an hour to get it like really super chilled once it's just kind of chilled to room temperature. And then we can add in the mango puree that we made. And just fold this in there. Okay, now we're ready to just pour it into our ice cream maker. This machine usually takes about 30 minutes, and it produces actually a fairly soft ice cream, which you can totally eat right away. But I think it's a little bit better if you have time to pour it into a freezer-safe container with a tight lid and let it freeze for a couple more hours in the freezer. And now that I'm thinking about it, I probably didn't have this canister frozen all the way because I've been making ice cream nonstop for the last 2 days. So it should be a little bit thicker than this, but it'll be okay. You're not the one that has to eat it. So I'm gonna put this in the freezer for a couple hours, but lucky me, I have another one that I made that's already firmed up and frozen. This is one that was frozen overnight, and then I've had it sitting out at room temperature for about 20 minutes just to get soft enough to kind of scoop. So let's see, let me get a little taste of this. Oh yeah. Oh, this is gonna be good. So there you go. There is a dairy-free dessert. Since I have had a lot of responses, a lot of people are dairy-free. So hope you like this, hope you try it. And if you want other frozen desserts, I've also done a maple syrup sweetened frozen yogurt that is just sweetened naturally with maple syrup, and it has little mapley pecans on top. So you might also like that one. Let's give this a little taste. Taste-a-rooney. I love coconut and mango together. It's so good. Oh, it's so cold. It's so creamy. And I love the little flakes of coconut in there. It just adds a nice little texture. So yay, yay, yay! I hope you try this. Printable recipes are always at highlandcooking.com. And if you ever make a recipe and tag me, hashtag HilahCooking, or just at me on Twitter or Instagram or anything like that, I love to see your pictures. So thanks so much. Have a great day and stay